And there you have the final product.
What's up, guys? So here we are wrapping up another day of trading, and today I want to focus on what made CLIR, I think that was the ticker, the lead stock to trade today, because pre-market I couldn't really decide which stock to trade. There was a few kind of hot options, and that's why I was a little bit hesitant this morning, because I couldn't really figure out what's the most obvious lead gapper. And it looked like ROSEU was actually one of the biggest ones that was running, but it wasn't on my gap scanner for some reason. So we're going to look into a few things. We're also going to be looking into possible swing trades ideas, and what I do with my account when I don't see any swing trade ideas, because that's also something to consider, because sometimes you don't want to force a trade. So I just missing the cameras. You don't want to force a trade. So sometimes what do you do when there's no potential swing trade opportunity? I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do. And in the meantime, I'm going to do a little bit more exploring. It is so loud out here. It honestly feels like a jungle. I got this kind of like sweet like game view going on over here. So this is like the backside to this place. A little stairway, and then into the garden, which, well, let's just say it could definitely use a trim job. So whoa, that's the neighbor, or at least one of them. There's some apple trees. So yeah, it's a very nice, peaceful place. All right, guys, let's go to the charts now. And like always, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button too, because we go live every morning at 9:15 to trade the market open after reviewing the watch list. So let's get into it now. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Okay, so let's get started here. Oh, I just realized I'm in the picture. So far, we have made no trades with our Roth IRA account today. So and this is the $25,000 challenge account. I'll probably have to change this name just to make it easier for everyone. And then here we are in the margin account. Okay, this is kind of our puppy at the moment. This is one we're going to be trading kind of more or less the gap and go. That way I don't have to switch between two accounts. I think it's going to be a win for everyone. Okay, so this one, we only made one trade today. Pretty small position size. I used half position size of what I want to be using for the next week or two before we start scaling the position sizes. So I want to be doing $2,000 position sizes and then $1,000 half position sizes. So this was a half position size kind of move, even smaller than that. We only entered with about $826 on this one. So pretty small move, but we made 42 bucks off of it. So let's talk about CVU. And is there a way I can go from it to CVU from here? No, actually analyze trade. Where does that go? ThinkBot, analyze. Wow, you know what? I realized I don't think I've ever actually clicked on this before. I'll have to play with this another time, but let's go to trade, then go to active, and then let's type in that ticker, CVU. And CVU is actually one of the tickers that I like kind of the most today, and I'll tell you why. CVU is gapping up 60%, and with a float of 10 million, U.S. Aerospace Defense Company, $43 million in new orders, and CVU at the time was only like a 30-something million dollar company before today. So this order was already twice the size of the company, which made me think, okay, well, this is big room to run. And then here we go. We ran up 77% roughly when the news came out. We had an aggressive pullback here with about 35%. And this is what I didn't like. I did not like that pullback. I thought it was very aggressive. So I was a little cautious with CVU out of the gate. I actually ended up not trading really any of this until we were back above VWAP around 957. Or you could even say around 950 it started. We had a nice breakout here. I had a nice 9-minute pullback. I actually got a near perfect entry on this one, and then I kind of sold here as we were getting into a double top. I could have probably held this a little bit longer, and I probably should have went full size on this one. But it was my first trade with the margin account, and I don't know. I was just like, oh, okay, well, we got one in, so that was kind of nice to go. Otherwise, I probably would have been a bit more aggressive on this one. I actually almost want to say that if I was trading this one in my classic $25,000 challenge account, in still the old cash account, I probably would have went full position size on this one. So it's kind of funny how that works, but it's fine. I just got to ease into things a little bit. And, this week we're going to have a little bit choppy Wi-Fi. Things are moving around a little bit, so why not take it a little bit cautious? So I just want to really highlight the fact, I hope you guys get this trade. I mean, we're above VWAP. We have a nice 9-minute pullback. That was my entry signal. And then I was looking for ideally a break above 4.4. I sold kind of as we were, not seeing instant resolution. I should have probably sold half and then sold the other half at around the break of 4.4. So that would have been like 4.5 or something like that. That would have gave me probably, I don't know, an average of maybe 4.39 or 4.43 or something like that. Would have walked away with a little bit more profit, but can't really complain about this trade. Overall though, I mean, I didn't really like the morning. I didn't like what we seeing pre-market. That's what I didn't like. I just felt like there was a lot of risk out there, a lot of things that were just pulling back extensively, and I didn't really want to be part of it. CLIR though was, what I want to talk about in this stream, like what makes CLIR the best stock to trade today, because I'm going through my kind of cheat sheet right here, my watch list, and I'm seeing, CLIR 300% gapping up pre-market. It didn't really have the best float though. That was MCEP. Let me actually. And MCEP has just been pulling back all day. So MCEP was up 380%, 1 million float, good quarterly one results, US oil and gas company. This one was looking much better, but MCEP did have an aggressive 45% pre-market pullback, which CLIR did as well. Actually, CLIR had an even worse pullback, 55%. And the bigger float makes it actually less attractive than MCEP at 1.5 million. So let's see, what's the catalyst here? So CLIR receives a multi-unit process order from ExxonMobil. This was a pretty big order, big partner, or not partnership, but any sort of big order from a big company like that. I love seeing those, familiar names or some sort of government contract. Those tend to do very, very well. While MCEP was just, Q1 profits, which is typically good news. It's like very sustainable news, but it might not be, it doesn't have that, that spikeability behind it sometimes, because you can't really, oh my God, big deal, big, new order flow. So how we could have traded CLIR, kind of noticing that, this one has that big name behind it. Identifying 1.4 is big support, which we did. And then, you could have just bought this as a red to green move, which is never really that bad of an idea. I like that setup. And then this thing runs up here 20%. Then we have one first pullback. We have breakout from this, consolidate a little bit, and have a secondary run. This is really, really nice. We touch VWAP and we have another run here. So CLIR, I was being a big chicken about CLIR today. Even right here, pulling back to $2. And I was saying I wanted to buy it into the 2 low teens. That would have been a buy right around here. And then it runs, 18%. So it's like, I miss CLIR so much today, and I'm not totally sure why I was being so hesitant on trading it. I mean, CLIR, even in these areas here, just constantly bouncing, these all could have been really, really good backside trades. I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit more, but I think honestly today I was just happy to kind of get through today more or less without really making a major mistake, even though I guess you could say that is the major mistake, the fact that I didn't trade this really nice CLIR pattern. I was just really nervous with pre-market because pre-market looked so choppy, and I wasn't really stoked about that. But yeah, that big deal on CLIR and the fact that it's up 300% pre-market, I think those were kind of big indicators that CLIR could be doing something really interesting today. And so far, we're actually kind of holding the highs pretty well. If you see here, we started at about 79 cents. We ran up all the way here to 35 cents, but we pulled back lowest 1.5, and now we're kind of holding this area. This could be a potential, tomorrow we might see some resolution here. It's a little harder to say because you want to watch the stocks into the close. You want to see how they close. Ideally, you're closing into strength. So that's a big question on, are we going to trade CLIR overnight? I'm not totally sure. Probably not. But we do have some nice follow through. Here's a big gapper. One big green day, second green day is higher, but after that it kind of falls back. Here's a nice one. One big green day, second big green day, third big green day, pulls back and then has another rally. So CLIR does have some of these multi-day run-ups, and that's always a good thing to see. You don't want to see, a big spike up and then, where it gives back all of its profits. Those are big red flags. So you want to be careful with that. Here's actually a big gapper day that actually pulled back quite a bit. So, this would have been a good one not to hold overnight. And I'm not usually a big fan of holding overnight, but here I will tell you what I do sometimes. Let's go back to our IRA account. And this is actually our challenge account. In this challenge account, I was paying myself 25% of last month's profit. So actually, our profits are closer to $7,000. We started at $4,000. Now we're at $7,000 almost. So I might actually put that money back in the account, and I'll tell you why. I always love paying myself from any business. The problem with this one now is I actually put it in my IRA, so I can't really pay myself more money than I contribute into my IRA unless I pay a penalty. This is technically a retirement account. So this is a great account to grow for day trading and swing trading and more aggressive trading. Although the government will never really want to tell you that because this is something you're supposed to average into every year, $6,000, and you just kind of, your slow, safe nest egg. But, Ross Cameron, for example, you guys probably know him, really successful day trader. He loves day trading in his IRA account because, if he has $100,000 a day, like he's had recently, several of, all that money he doesn't have to pay taxes on. So that's a really, really nice reason of why you want to grow an IRA account. And that's actually why I put my money back into the IRA account. And that's exactly why I'm thinking all the money I've taken out of the IRA account, maybe I should put back into it. Maybe I should grow the account like I've never taken any money out of it. So that's a thing. It won't be a lot of money. It won't be like $300 or $400. I forgot the amount, but just something I'm thinking about. I probably won't do it today or tomorrow or maybe even a week from now. But if you guys have any thoughts on that, leave a comment below, because really, understand what the Roth IRA really means. And that's something you constantly put money into. The max contribution you can do a year to the IRA is $6,000. So I'm going to be actually contributing to this account anyway. So I might as well put the money back into it that I kind of took out. And then I don't always have to repeat myself on, this is $25,000. We started at $4,000. Now we're at $6,500, but we're actually more than that because I paid myself. I'm kind of tired of always saying that. But I also don't want to you to think, or I just want to kind of let you guys know what it is. I mean, that's the honest truth. So that's why I say it all the time. So we'll see how we want to do this one. Let's talk about, more potential swing trades. CLIR obviously is one of those. I mean, this is really, really nicely holding its highs. If we break above $3, I mean, this could be a huge, huge run from here. So I'm gonna already put an alert here for 316. MCEP, this one could be a nice little support buy right around here at 475. So this could be a really interesting trade. I have a few limit orders here we could talk about. Let me go to the 15-minute chart very quickly. I kind of have sometimes limit orders out just for potential flash crashes or so. I don't really think that, I'm going to get any one of these entries right now, but I like to just have them out there instead of just wasting cash potential. So right now I have a limit order on NETE at around, a little under $6 at 650. Oh no, actually at 529. I meant to say 550, but it's actually at 529. And like I said, I don't know. I could remove these at any moment. I'm not saying guys place a limit order here. I'm just saying, okay, there's some big support here. Maybe I'm going to leave a limit order. I rarely get an entry on these. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's a nice pull to the upside, and then I could walk away with a nice 10-15% profit really, really quickly when I check it the next day. But sometimes there's a direct public offering and it goes right through my limit order, and then I have to take a loss on it. So it's not like the nicest kind of thing, but it's sometimes I've known over the long run I have consistently grown my account this way. It's just sometimes I'll go a whole month without getting a trade, and then sometimes in a week I'll get 5 trades. So you don't really know. Again, here's on the daily chart with DGLY, big support and resistance here at 3.5. So I placed the limit order around this area. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is going to even be here tomorrow. Maybe by the time you're watching this, I'm going to remove this. I actually already think I'm going to remove one of these because I don't really like EDSA. This is a super low limit order. This will probably never get executed in the short term. So I'll probably go ahead and remove EDSA and then look back on MCEP. And I know that 4.7 on MCEP is actually massive support. So maybe I would like to see if I can do a trade on MCEP. Again, I would like to watch out because this could just keep on pulling back, and I don't really want to play with fire on MCEP. Having a little bounce now, so this pulled all the way down to 4.8, something like that. This could easily be below 4. I just wouldn't be surprised. So again, I don't want to just throw out random orders and play a guessing game, but with these overnight ones, especially when I'm no longer checking the market, I will put some conservative limit orders. So with MCEP, I wouldn't be surprised, or don't be surprised if I randomly bought this at like $3 or something like that, because it's shown that $3 has been some big support and resistance, maybe even a little closer to like 2.75 or something like that. But that's like one way you can do swing trades very conservatively, and I do like that way. But like I said, the reason I didn't do the $25,000 challenge account based on it, it's because you just don't know if you will get a trade in the next few weeks. And how boring would that be for the challenge account? That's why with the streaming and the gap and go trading, I think it's much more interesting to be trading the gap and go strategy very quickly, and then have this one on the side. So now that's how I kind of want to be doing this, and I think it's going to be good fun because we're going to have some swing trades and whatnot. Now, if there's a hot, large or mid cap stock like SPC, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit, if my scanners are picking up a large cap or something like Hertz that looks like it's in a big support zone, I wouldn't mind trading that either. So you can see here with SPCE, this one actually popped up on my scanner because of the big volume, and we broke out of 20, and this is when I was still scanning for like 25 or something dollars, and I noticed, okay, well, we have a flat top resistance here at $20, and this is a triple top, and we just broke out of it a few days ago or 2 days ago, and we had a pullback, and that's why I entered this one. So I'm just, I have with the small count challenge now, I have to kind of switch things up, and this is also why I was a little hesitant today. So I can now be like, okay, well, there's no large or mid cap that I'm seeing. There's no small cap that I like has the nice macro news. So I'm just not going to trade it. I'm just going to have these low limit orders. Maybe we'll get something, maybe we won't. I don't really care. But the most important part is just identifying, okay, well, SPCE, for example, it's moving really, really nicely. So, let's snag it. Right now, SPCE isn't really doing much of anything, so I'm not going to really be trading it. So that's how I'm going to be treating this account. So when I run the scanners every morning for the small account challenge or for the gap and go strategy for a margin account, sometimes I'm going to find really nice stocks that I'm going to be wanting to trade on a little bit more of a swing trade basis. Today, for example, I don't know if we found one of those stocks. I'm looking at my watch list and I'm like, no, I don't think any of these. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, most likely I'm wrong here, but yeah, it's more about just you find the right one. You see something that fits your criteria, right? Ideally macro news, ideally micro news as well. So it's part of a larger trend that's going on. Like if 3D printers were kind of a thing, and then all of a sudden 3D printer stocks started to run, then you want to identify that trend early on. So right now, I don't know, we have something in the waste category, the pollution and treatment company. We have some biotechs, which I don't really like to swing trade because those are usually like one trick ponies, as in one green day and then maybe a second green day, but that's pretty much it. We have some oil and gas, consumer electronics. We have apparel today, aerospace and defense with CVU. That could actually be kind of interesting. That's a little bit more of a hot topic. But again, right now I don't feel like I need to get into some sort of swing trade right away, so I'm not going to, and that's kind of the point I wanted to make. Actually, with CVU, this is holding the highs very, very nicely. Pulled up about 80%, pulled back here about 30%, but still kind of holding the highs. So maybe some sort of dip around 3.5 could be a really, really great entry, and then maybe we will maybe hit this $5 zone. I don't know, but I'm also a little bit nervous that this is going to just keep pulling back. So we'll see. I'll have to think here the best way to communicate any swing trades with you guys. Obviously, in the live streams, you'll know about any swing trades. That will be a little bit probably after the fact that I already got the entry. So maybe in the Discord chat, I'll post there. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And also join the Discord, join the Facebook if you're not part of it yet. It's in the first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. So I'd love to see you guys in all those channels, and then we could, keep building things up. It's about improving a little bit every day, not, stressing yourself about this system that you could develop. And right now, I think we have a pretty solid system. Okay, guys, I think that's everything for this video. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content and subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. I will see you guys first thing then tomorrow morning. Till then, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.